let's get everything started. We got our tripod here. I gotta go through a little bit of squeaky squeak. Maybe we need to oil it. Maybe next time. I'm back. It's been a while. Okay, so hopefully we have enough lights. Okay, so I gotta give a few seconds to get it together. Okay, let me sit down for this because we got a lot of things to go over today. Quite a few things to go over. Oh, I forgot about my mic. I'm forgetting things already. Let's get some better lights. Let's go here. So on this chair. Here we go. All right. Let me make sure you guys are not too crooked. I know it takes a minute. I think the minute's up. So, hey cultivators, it's Angeline. I'm back. I've been traveling in Asia for 2 weeks. Still have quite a lot of jet lag. Still, you see the time zone difference in my eyes. Our first stop today is going to be in our garden. We've had it on the vacation mode for the 2 weeks that we've been gone, so it's been over 2 weeks. So the plants, they're alive, but they're hanging in there. So we're gonna get some new plants started, get some old plants harvest, because we do have a lot of plants to harvest. We're gonna get some things together. So we are going to be harvesting the ones that are ready, trimming back the ones that need trimming, and we're going to be starting some seeds in the nursery because fall is here. So anyone else, tell me if you guys have had your garden in vacation mode. How did it go? What did you come back to? You guys going to see the second one I came back to. Let me know in the chat below. Let me know in the comments. So we have our GreenStalk, which is in the back. And that one we have to refresh for the fall. So we're just definitely doing a refresh for the fall, and getting some of our cool weather plants that have been struggling throughout the summer to get it together. So we're gonna take a look at our potted plants, those plants, and yes. Okay. Yes. Very good. You have to go to the bathroom? Okay. So it's been Angelina, the team. As you can hear, our team, one of our teammates are adjusting you guys right now. No adjustments. And needs a break soon, but we just got started. So we are also going to be looking at our plants outside. They're in the pots, seeing how they're doing. Yes. Okay. You can hear we have a emergency. So we are going to just take her really quick, and I'll be back in a second. It's literally 1 second. There you go. Okay. So, 1 second. All right. So since fall is here, we're gonna get some seeds started. We have our seeds here. We have our nursery plants that we're gonna be putting together. I'm going to choose some good crops for fall, and our cooler weather. We have cool weather that lasts us for the next few months, so we have some time to have some other plants planted. It's a little later, but since I was gone, I didn't want to plant them before I left, and have the little nursery plants not doing so well. And if you're new here, welcome Cultivators. Again, I said I was Angeline and the team. You can join me at patreon.com for exclusive garden content and coaching. And if you've been thinking about getting a garden of your own, don't forget to save $100 with the link in the bio below. And I'll be watching the chat for any questions you may have. Today's a good day to garden. Let's get started. All right, so first thing we're gonna start with is, I think we're gonna start with our nursery. Well, let's take a look at our plants. Oh, let me turn you guys around. So here is how our garden is looking after 2 weeks of being on vacation mode. Nothing, not a bunch of new growth. Anything that was there is starting to grow. Anything that was there has changed. Any fruits have changed over from being green to the color that they're supposed to be. We do have a good amount of pests that have been um, having a good time with no spraying, and our ladybugs have. I don't see any of them running around here, so I guess they left. So this is what our garden is looking like. Here's one, and here's our other garden. This is Garden V. That was fresh. As you can see, a lot of the plants have browned or turned, but it's okay because like this one, this is our lemon balm, and and some of our hibiscus. I'm gonna be drying it out. I'm gonna show you guys how to dry it out today so we can make tea, put it in some containers and dry it and store it up for the winter. So we have some of that going on today while we do our harvest. So we're gonna be harvesting quite a bit off of our tree. But the reason why I'm starting off with this is because we have some plants that are going in our nursery. So I want to start off with putting some plants in the nursery now so they can soak while we do our harvest. So these are going to be our fall plants. I have my little notepad of what I wrote out for fall. These are going to be the plants that are going out for fall and going in our garden for fall. There we go. So let's get a look at them and put them in our nursery and get them started. So we have plants that came already in the seed, and then we have seeds that we are going to hand plant ourselves with our rock wool in our cubes, and we're going to be planting these. So I'm going to let you know where these plants are going to be going and how they're going to be doing. All right. I had to take a break to go help our young person here. So we have our nursery, and this is going to be our fall breakdown. Let me go make sure you guys are hearing everything correctly. Make sure everything's coming through. Mom. Yes. Okay, so everything's coming through on the other end. Let's start with our plants that are going into the nursery for our fall season. So I separated them earlier on. Mom. And of course, this is how we do. If you guys haven't been here before, we're gonna. Okay, come. You want to stand up here? There you go. She wants a front row seat. All right, so we're going to be doing lettuce because I miss lettuce. Now that the weather is cooler, we have a good chance to have our lettuce plants in. So we're going to be doing a lot of lettuce. And of course, every time we do lettuce, we do have to thin out our plants, thin out our cubes. So we will be putting them in here for the nursery. One will go into our garden, and the other ones will go into our GreenStalk outside. So we're going to be filling up our GreenStalk. So to get them started, this is Monte Carlo lettuce. So to get it started, flick out this cover. I'm not thinning this out pre-seeding, so sometimes I take the seeds out and put them in the package. I'm just going to be putting it directly here and letting it soak. Again, brine, another type of lettuce, very healthy, very green. The greener the lettuce, the more nutritional value it has. So we're going to be putting our brine in here. Again, it's definitely much cooler now, so our lettuce should be doing well. I saw our thyme was doing well. Mommy. Our thyme, which it was too hot for the thyme, started regrowing. So a lot of our plants that are cool weather plants are celebrating the cooler weathers. This is some romaine lettuce. So again, I'm going with the dark leafy greens packed with vitamins and nutrients. And a lot of lettuce for our garden because we haven't had lettuce in a while. We only had like 1 or 2 heat tolerant lettuce. Leave them on the tripod. She's having fun with you guys. So we have butterhead. This is just a one that I like. I like the taste. It's not too crunchy, but it tastes great. And of course you forgot to tell you this part. You fill it up to the line. So there's water in here up to this line. And this water is going to sit here, and the plants are going to be, the seeds are going to be soaking in there. It's going to soak for about 5 minutes. I'm sure it might take us a little longer because we are multitasking. So what, you leave it for about 5 minutes, and then we drain out the water and then put it in the garden to soak. I have some basil here, some sweet Thai basil. I like this for wintry foods. It's good for noodles. In the winter, cooking it down. I also have something else that I'm like cooking it with, which is our tatsu and our bok choy. The sweet Thai basil, it has a good flavor. So I am putting those seeds in. We have some onions, some bunching onions. Our onion plant fell out. I think it was getting too much water, but it fell out of the container and it was on the top. So the top is a good place for it to go. However, I think it was getting, whoops, a seed popped out. I see it. It was getting a little too much water for being the first plant on top. So on top is good for lighting, but not necessarily good for how much water it was getting. This is for later. We also have cilantro, our nice cool weather plant. One is already in there. I'm going to keep one in here. There's lots of them. I'm definitely going to have to thin this out when it grows in. So we're going to have our cilantro plant growing in. You see there's a lot of seeds in here. Just moving it over just a little. I'm going to have them go outside because it's nice and cool. We have lots of cool weather. I'm spreading it out a little bit. So when I come to thin it out, it's a little easier when they're spread out. So cilantro, collard greens. This is collard green season. You know, hopefully we're in the end of September, October, November. End of November, we should have some collard greens for Thanksgiving. So we are getting our collard greens in. And then we have some dill, another cool weather. We do have dill that is growing in our garden right now. However, I'm doing another set so I can take this. This one's going to go outside in the GreenStalk. So we have 3 GreenStalks outside, which is about 90 holder spaces. So some of these plants, well, all of these plants, when thinned, are going to be going into those spaces along with some of these plants fully. My phone case. And then we have some oregano. The oregano also didn't do good in the summer. So now that it's cooler, we're going to put this in, let it have a good time in the winter and have it grow inside. So all these plants do need to be thinned. As you can see, the cubes are starting to soak up the water. So as you can see, the color is getting a little darker. So as it gets darker, it absorbs the water. And we let it absorb the water for a few minutes, I would say 5 to 10 minutes. And then we're going to take the water out and it'll sit there, and we check on it every 2 days or so. Every day, once it dries out, we add water again. Once it gets either true leaves or roots, we will then put them in the GreenStalk or in the garden itself, our Gardyn, our hydroponic garden. All right, so the next thing we are going to be doing is putting some of these together. So these are in the garden. These are regular seeds. These are regular seeds that I'm going to plant hydroponically. These seeds, I'm going to be trying out black beans. I like black beans very much. So I'm going to be trying it out. So we're going to get a cube. I'm doing 2 cubes of the black beans, 1 of the cucumbers, and 2 of the tomatoes. Let me move you guys over. a little. All right, so we have 2 black beans. So I have the seeds here. Of course, you know, we're gonna put the hole in a little more than what's there. The black beans are large. So making the hole a little bigger. I'm gonna be putting 2 in here. This is gonna be where our black beans are going to grow. I want to sow them directly and see how they go, but we'll see. Because they usually grow pretty quickly and tall pretty fast. So I don't think they'll do too well inside of the nursery. So I'm going to just stick them in there, just experimenting. I'll tell you how these black beans go. I'm following on Instagram and my name is Angeline Verdon on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram for updates on how our plants are doing. So we have lots of shorts and reels with what's going on with our plants. So these I'm sowing them directly in here. I'm going to put them directly into the garden with the light and everything. The reason being is the black beans usually shoot up extremely fast. And they're very tall because, you know, they grow and they climb. So I don't want them climbing in our garden here, in the nursery, and disrupting any of the other plants and rooting very quickly. So we're putting them directly into the garden. When the water comes, they'll get wet. We might put some water in them because usually in the cube it's a little bit of water soaking, but I'm gonna put them lower down to get a little less water. So those are our black beans. Now our cucumbers, we have very small cucumbers growing now, mini cucumbers. This is not a scissor. This one behind me doing arts and crafts with my notes. So this is our black beans. This is for indoors because it's warm, but it's not that warm. Then we have cucumbers. So we are going to do many seeds with the cucumbers. There you go. Many seeds with the cucumbers. So we're going to put three in there. If the cucumber is definitely okay. Okay, Mom. Thank you. If the cucumbers are too crowded, what I'm gonna do is move them into their own section, but they seem to be doing fine. So also, I don't know, the seeds, it may not be 100% of the seeds are gonna grow. So you wanna do a few. So we got a seed that fell out. But I'm going to do a larger type of cucumbers. So these are bushy cucumbers, they're larger cucumbers, and we want just bigger cucumbers. The reason being is you get more food with bigger cucumbers. So we're gonna put these cucumber seeds in our cubes here, our rock wool. As you can see, the garden is full. Once our garden is full, this one, you could use a container, so I can show you if you don't have a nursery, what you can use instead of the nursery. We have an extra one here. It's gonna stick in there. So I'm gonna show you what we use instead of our nursery. Whoops, so it's in my finger. Let's put it in. I'm sure I have one of these cubes that say cucumbers on it. I'm gonna go check. Should have checked this before, but let's see if we have one that says cucumbers already instead of a blank one. Even though I'm sure when I look at it, I'll know it's a cucumber, but all gardeners say that and then be like, I can't remember what I planted here. So let me check really quickly to see if I have a cucumber cube. We have tons of these Y cubes, containers, so I might as well see if one is already labeled. So we have all of these. We're just gonna go through them really quick, see if any of them say cucumber on them. There's a purple basil, iceberg, yellow Swiss chard. Nope, no cucumber. Let's go to our other set. So this is what we use when we're not using the nursery. So if you don't have a nursery like this, it's okay. You can use something like this. You put a little bit of water in it. I'm going to show you in a few. And then let the water sit 5 minutes. Sometimes I put something under for the water to kind of drain through, but this surface isn't flat anyway, so it's okay. You just put them on the corners. Let me check here. See, look, I found a cucumber. Knew I would find a cucumber here, so we got a cucumber. So we got some that's already labeled. We're gonna put our cucumbers in here. So we would just be putting it in like this. Those are direct. This one's direct sew, but I'm just showing you. Say excuse me. Just squeeze me out of the way. So we have our cucumbers that we'll put in here. These are for inside. They're not going out at all. Once inside, the weather is cooler in the house. However, they can survive year round. So we are leaving our cucumbers. We're planting cucumbers inside. These lettuce, they are definitely very good for our cooler weather. You know, it still goes up to about 80 degrees daily here. But it's not as, and then we have some tomatoes, but it goes down to about 60 at night. So that is good weather. I was just checking here to see if we have anything for our tomatoes. All right, so I'm gonna just use these right here. Kind of put this to the side for later. And we are gonna plant some tomatoes. So again, these are 2 cubes I'm just reusing. Unless the plant like breaks through the bottom, I keep the cubes to reuse them. Also cubes like the sunflowers. I am not planting the sunflowers inside. So I take the seeds out, and because it came with it, I take the seeds in a set. I take the seeds out and use them for outside. So that's why I have extra like this one. Or sometimes like with the cucumbers, these cucumbers, they went straight into the GreenStalk. So when plants go into the GreenStalk, their containers are definitely in good condition. As you can see, the sunflower is in excellent condition because it wasn't used. This one is in good condition because it wasn't used. And the lettuce usually stays pretty good too. Some of the plants, of course, like the kale, where it breaks through and they're there for 6 to 7 months, almost a year growing. Those you can't reuse too much, but these definitely plants that I'm not usually using do pretty good. So of course, you know, every seed is not like 100%. All the seeds are in good health, which is why you get so many seeds. So we're gonna do 4. We had our team member fall out of the push the chair back. It's okay. It's okay. Is that my pen? Yes. All right. So she was taking notes in my notes. As you can see, these are my notes. Y'all been watching them the whole time. Hopefully they don't look too bad. I wrote them some hour of the morning last night, this morning, because again, I'm still on Asian time. So I am very tired. Right now, we would be getting ready to wrap up the day and go to bed, have dinner and go to bed, which is how I feel right now. Like I want to just sit down, have some dinner, and take a nap. But the day just started. So we're adjusting. I'm sure she's ready to take a nap too. We're not going to be here too long with you guys. All right, so these are bigger tomatoes. Haven't seen tomato seeds like this, but we are gonna put them in. I've seen tomato seeds this shiny, this pearlescent. That's the term I'm looking for. It's very pearlescent. So we're going to put these in here. And we're going to add the water and let it soak also. So I'm going to just put them like this for now. And then we're just going to put it right next to this one. Sometimes the glass container. This is the container I'm using today. I wanted to directly sow. So while we're here and I'm doing this, these are the plants we're going to be using for our GreenStalk and outside in the fall. Might as well look at my notes to tell you guys. So outside in the front, we are going to be planting some red cabbage. We're going to be using our seedling container. Mom. Yes. Mom. We're going to be using our seedling container to create some seedlings with our red cabbage, red mustard, green mustard, and collard greens. And we're going to be planting those outside in our much cooler part of the garden. The coolest part of outside, it's on the north side. So the north is very, very, very shaded and cool. So our north facing side. Then we are going to have some direct sow directly into the green and the yellow GreenStalk. The reason why I'm direct sowing into those right now, and these are going to go later. However, these plants, when they are more grown, you guys are so far out of the frame. When they're more grown and going to be growing later, there's an adjustment to have the plants grow inside. So I think I might be bringing the GreenStalk inside. Thank you. I might be bringing the GreenStalk inside. So I'll be bringing the tan one inside because that one matches. And then we're going to, I should already thin these out. She didn't like, here, you can take notes. As you can see, she's ready for sleep too. So these are we're going to also be doing some carrots outside. Several different types of carrots for the fall. I talked about the red cabbage, the collard greens, the kohlrabi, and some more mustard seeds. So these are going to be outside growing in our GreenStalks and in the front, in our north-facing side. You want to sit here and write? You want to write? Yes? All right, here you go. Sit and write. All right, so let me put some water in this, and while we go harvest, this can sit, and that's how you first set, especially with the rock wool, how we first set and moisturize and water our plants, water our seedlings. So of course, as you guys know, I use my standing water. Been standing for a while. You just pour some water in here. You're going to fill it up to about a third. I'm going to actually put it up, put it up to the line. And let it soak up the water. Also, these look like they may need a little more water. I'm going to add some water in there. Not too much. Let's see what it goes up to. And I've added it. It's pretty much the same. Let's try some on this side. I don't want to really drench them. Oh no, it's filling. The oregano is filling up too. All right, so we have our water. Let's go direct sow this one and start our harvest. Our trimming and harvest. Mm-hmm.
Mom?
Yes.
Let's get down.
You want to get down?
No, let's get down.
Okay. You can get down?
No.
Oh, you don't want to get down. All right, so we got our little harvest bowl. We have our cutting tool, and we're going to put our black beans in. So we'll start here. Our black beans are definitely going to be in one in each section. So this one is the closest to where we're at, so this is where we're gonna start. We got a space right here. The first thing we're going to do is put it in. It gets good light, and it's a nice shade. So let's put our black beans here, and eventually it'll water, probably while we're here, and it'll get its first drink of water. Usually, again, we put them in the nursery, but the black beans grow so quickly that I like to give them some time. So, whoops, we pop that out. That's our little lid. I'm just gonna put this, make sure we push it all the way to the bottom. As you can see, here's a little bit of space. I'm gonna push the rock wool all the way to the bottom of the cube so it can absorb the water, then drop it in. Now we do have quite a lot of pests, quite a few. We have pests, okay, that are here. They're eating the plants, they're eating the food. So we are gonna start though by harvesting our harvestables. So we have our tomatoes. I am harvesting at the stem because the tomato plant does tend to grow rather large. So I've harvested this whole piece off to get our yellow tomatoes. As I said, this plant is growing rather large. We are going to be taking off any dead pieces. So like this is the kind of pretty much gone. It's been, taking in low energy. So that's where our plants were. Let's harvest some Swiss chard off. So we're going to kind of lower this down. There we go. So since I've been back, I've been treating it with neem oil to get things back on track. Hopefully that gets everything cleared up. We will see if the neem oil works. Well, I mean, it does work, but we'll see how long it takes to work. We have some of these plants that didn't get the amount of water needed. Either that or they are also not having a good time. So all the dryness, when it's on vacation mode, it does a modified water and sunlight schedule. So it waters very sparingly and the light is on not too often. So I'm just cutting this off, pulling this out. As you can see, these are chives. I'm going to take out the green ones and then let the dry ones come off. Because of this low sun schedule, some of the plants that needed more water, it kind of peels back a little. And this is a little longer than 2 weeks, this schedule that it was on, because I was gone for 2 weeks, but I wanted to see what the schedule looked like. You guys were here for that video once we did the tank refresh, just to see what the schedule looked like before I left it for the 2 weeks and see if there's anything I had to modify or tweak. So it's been a little over 2 weeks. So the plants, they'll definitely recover from this, but of course this is where they're just surviving. They were not thriving. All right, let me get a piece of paper towel really quick so I can wipe some of this residue off. Let me get a bigger bowl. I also went and got another container for some of our herbs that we're going to have drying out. Because we're going to be drying out some of our herbs to have them, to use them during the winter. Let's wipe this off. Like dust. I don't know if it's dust or neem oil spray. Because I've been neeming these plants. See, we have a lot of tomatoes, but we also have our pests we're eating. These leaves. This example of pests eating the leaves, kind of eating all the green and nutrients out. Yes. All right. Let's get some of this lettuce This lettuce definitely will benefit from some neem treatment. So these are some of the branches that didn't do too well, along with some that did. Those kind of dusted off. But these are fighting the good fight right here. Even though we have our friends snacking away. We're gonna put these though in the give these a good vinegar wash. It looks like cutting them looks like they're just dusting away, because of course they weren't getting the amount of water which they usually get. Oh, it looks like the pests just fell on them. Oh, they did fall. I've been spraying, so I'm sure that's because I was like, why are they? The plant seems to be cutting well. It's not cutting like so this one, as you can see, has pest damage. It's not cutting like it has damage, but it is looking like it has damage. But I think the ones that are there, the oil has been working. So since I came back, I sprayed last night, sprayed this morning. So I've been giving a heavy dose of neem oil spray to get these pests cleared up. Okay, so we have our, as you can see, they're there. So we're just trying to get them as clear as possible. So down here we have quite a few tomatoes to harvest, making it very heavy. So we're just gonna harvest the ones that are ripe. Definitely can have a salad today, have a salad with our dinner. See what meat is on the table. Yeah, I was gonna eat steak for breakfast, but maybe I might have it for dinner. Something else for breakfast. All right, so I'm leaving on this branch right here, even though it's hanging and being supported by something else. And we have some more tomatoes in here that has been growing. We have our tomatoes doing pretty good. We have our lavender to get this on. Our support is working hard. So let's help it by getting some of these heavy fruit off. So we got some tomatoes down here. Some of these. Then we're gonna cut off any plants that are super dry or had to be dried back from our time off. Let's cut the top here. And this one never grew tall. So this whole section did not do well with our modified watering. So we're gonna take off this whole section, dried out with our modified watering. So it's definitely gonna come back. You know, the plant will thrive, it'll grow new ones. Of course, it's not ideal if everyone's on vacation all the time, but it is definitely helpful, because we would have to been watering. They would have finished the water, I'm sure, because in the 2 weeks, because it finishes the water in a few days. When we take off any of these dry leaves, we don't want them pulling energy from the plant as it reconvenes and rewaters itself and gets back on its feet or gets back up. All right, so we have our tomato plants. That's doing pretty good. After its 2 weeks vacation, we have our peppers, who definitely had a good time with all of our pests. So we have our peppers growing here. Sweet peppers. I like to put them in salads. I put them in everything. Salad, seasoning, you name it, it has peppers in it. Sweet peppers in it. All right, so we have, what is this? Celery. Let's cut up some of our dead celery leaves. Get them off of the plant. Clear the air. You know, celery growing up this way. Try to make things a little easier. There we go. So we got our celery. All right. It look like, again, it's trying its best. And then we have, what else we have going on? So we have, oh, our tomatoes. What else? We have a lot of tomatoes here. I'm gonna reach in. Is this tomato tied on? It is. So let's see if we can move this over. And reach in and get some of our tomato plants. So I like this one being this size. It's doing very well. It gives a lot of tomatoes. It does not grow tall though. It's continuously growing, but it's not growing tall, which is interesting. But it has a lot of fruit in this little area. So it has this dry leaves, so we're gonna trim this off. It has a lot of fruit on it for its size. Especially since the other ones also have a similar amount of fruit, and they are taking up a lot of space. The goal is lots of fruit. It's not always lots of greenery. Certain things you want lots of greenery, like lettuce. But our tomatoes, we like lots of fruits. Let's move this over so I can see. All right, we got some tomatoes growing here. Just leaving them on the stem and just cutting them off. The tomato plants that I put are a larger variety of tomatoes. They're also indeterminate size tomatoes, like these. So we are, even though it's indeterminate, we have been able to keep it short. All right, so let's get some of these leaves that dried out off. Some stems that need to be pulled back due to the lack of water. So it's like a cloudy drought. A little bit of sun, a little bit of rain. The plants are just surviving on what they had. That's why I didn't want to put any of our, even though fall was coming, I didn't want to put any of our fall plants in yet because it was on this modified watering schedule and light schedule, which definitely helps. All right, so this is all I'm gonna do for now in that section, because then we'll be here all day. And all right, here we go. So some of our spinach fell back with our modified watering. Let's get these. Just gonna pull the stuff out. Let's get them kind of fainted here. So we're gonna pull them off. Any of them that look like they're struggling a little. Gonna get rid of them and then give this plant a chance to really thrive with its normal watering schedule back on. So of course, I'll show you guys updates over the next few days, how the plant recovers once it goes back to its normal scheduling. The watercress did not survive the modified watering scheduling. So let me take it out completely. We have some of these leaves, which I'm gonna be saving to make tea. I'm gonna be drying them out. I'll show you guys how we do that. They're on another, they have a tray over there. So I'm just gonna dry them out at the windowsill. You can also put them in the oven for a little while and let them dry out. That's a Swiss chard that is struggling a little. Oh. Oops. Oh.
Mom?
So the watercress didn't do good, but we are putting some of our flowers to dry out and herbs to dry out to make tea. So let's take out the watercress. I don't know if it'll make it come back. I'm gonna put it in some soil and see how it does. Let's take it out for now. Let's take it out. 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 It's our watercress. Oh, it's in there. There we go. Roots aren't looking too bad. It wasn't getting attacked or stressed out by any other plant. It was just the vacation mode schedule. And maybe, oh no, it's just a vacation mode schedule. It does have some green here. So it can make a comeback. But I'm gonna let it come back in some soil. Yes, some slow growth. Then what else we have going on here? We have our flowers. We're gonna let our flowers dry out. Put this back. We're gonna let our flowers dry. And we are gonna be making tea with them. It's fall, so it's a good time for tea. And to make tea and to dry out some of our herbs. What is this? Our mustard greens. There, hanging in there. We do have some foliage here. Some plants fall on other plants. You don't want it to just fall and kind of rot out there.
Mom!
Let's see this. Yes?
I'm scared.
You scared? Then leave the door. You won't be scared. So this is how I talked about this a few minutes ago. So you guys can't see me when I go off camera. I have a tray here and I put the leaves to dry. After they dry out, I'm just gonna leave them on the windowsill to dry. I'm not doing you can do things to dry them quicker. But these are just gonna go on the windowsill. They're gonna dry out. And then I have a layer of parchment and a layer of paper towel to absorb the moisture. Once they dry out, I have some sealed containers that I'm just gonna let them powder into and put them into sealed containers. That'll be another video. Once they dry out, I'll show you how I put those in the containers. So we're gonna be putting in the hibiscus and the lemon balm. Is gonna be dried out for tea, nice good flavored tea, and maybe some of the what's the other one? Red sorrel plant. We're also gonna have that dry out as well and make some seasoning for some food. So we are gonna do our drying.
Yeah! What?
She's having a good time over there. So back to our plants. We have our peppers. They are here. They're fighting the fight of pests, eating the leaves, taking some of their nutrients. However, the plant is producing. It just has a lot of. Our ladybugs apparently didn't make it. But we are been doing our neem oil treatments. We've been spraying. We're going to continue spraying to get that cleared up. Get those plants cleared up. We have some more leaves, dry leaves. So we are just removing, all of our dry leaves as we go back to our normal scheduled watering. Oh, we got a few dry leaves here. Oh, this is our mustard greens. As you can see, our mustard green. I don't know, the way it's dusting off, it looks like it has some powder mildew. I was wondering, what is that? We have some powder mildew. Ooh, these plants are fighting here while we were gone. We had some powder mildew starting. Oh, that's not good. But we are spraying, so hopefully that will take care of it. We're being consistent with our spraying. Let's get rid of some of these. Everything they can attack these plants are attacking these plants, which is not good. Yeah, our ladybugs here to do the work, and they also went on vacation. They're like, if you're not here, I don't need to be here either. All right, so of course we have a lot of plants that fell down here. We have our mint plant isn't doing too good, but that will definitely come back once the watering starts. Mint grows very easily, thrives a lot. These dry plants, she took us off of mute. No. So these plants down here are definitely going to come back. I saw that our thyme was also coming back. I saw a lot of green coming out of the thyme. I said, oh, that's very good. Now the weather cooled down, new sections of the thyme are growing in. This is not on the garden. This is on the side. And yeah, I saw lots of different parts of the thyme coming back green. So that's due to the change in the weather. We do have quite a lot of mildew, so we're going to give this a spray. Let's wipe off our lid. We do have to replace this lid. This lid does have a crack in it. I will be doing a lid replacement on the Patreon on our behind the scenes on how we maintain our machine. So we'll be doing that. I'm not sure if it'll be today because I'm really hoping to get back on this schedule, this Eastern Standard Time schedule. But I was off by 12 hours. So we're going from a 12-hour schedule, 12 and 13-hour different time zone difference, which is hard to adjust to. Well, I'm having trouble adjusting. So are kids, but they are pushing through. All right, so let's cut this one. We have flowers. We have our plant flowering back here. Just gonna cut off the ones that have grown. Yes, we do have flowers still growing on that plant. All right, so this is what we've harvested thus far. A bowl of lettuce, tomatoes, Swiss chard, some chives, and then we took off our dead plants, our dead leaves, and did some trimming. So this is our plant here. I'm going to mist it, help with some of our issues that the plant is having. Let me go get some of our neem oil. What is she doing? Don't make us disappear. I'm gonna get some neem oil, give it a quick spray, and let me just get an oil. All right, so I'm back. We got our neem oil. We're gonna drench these plants. Usually you wait till drench them till night before the light goes off, but they need some help. I'm gonna give them a drenching now. And again, I'll drench them before the light comes off, so at night. I'm doing twice to get them, to get rid of all of these, all the people that thought that it was a good, oh, we're not here. So we are gonna make sure this plant is fully misted. We got some basil that grew there. Make sure you get underneath the leaves. So that kind of spray up. Get underneath the leaves. Spray in the up direction to get the back of the leaves. It's important. Let me do the one on the ground. The banana peppers. Because a lot of times they're living behind. They're eating. Our collard greens are doing okay. We do have some of our mildew going on. Oh, they needed a lot of support. You're here fighting. All right, we do have a lot bit of dried peppers. Oh no, these aren't dried. These are looking great. So we do have some damage though, but I think it's the light because they're literally sitting on the light. There's the mildew, so we give them a good spray. Let's take off some of this Swiss chard that is being, I want the Swiss chard to stand up. So yellow Swiss chard. We're giving a good spray. Got a lot of basil leaves that we lost here. So we're gonna rinse our plants off. So we're done. Not these. We're gonna try to keep misting until we get this issue under control. Get these pests under control. But they should go away pretty easily with the neem oil. And now that the plant can be stronger, because it is getting a better, more water and the more nutrients it needs. So it shouldn't affect the plant as much. It's got a lot of dry leaves. Again, that dried out because the amount of water it was getting, the plant wasn't able to support all the leaves that were there. We did trim back, but we just trimmed back some. We didn't trim back all. So that's why it's important to trim back, because it definitely wouldn't have been able to support the amount of plants that were there. So we gave it a neem oil spray, and now we're gonna let our plants grow. Now that we're back from vacation, we got a pretty good harvest. All right, so we were supposed to harvest. We did our babies. Let's go in here for a second so we can get these plants are what we're gonna get to dry. So we're gonna be using these plants to dry out, and we have less pests in here. These plants are gonna be drying. Uh-oh, she's throwing. We're gonna be drying out and making our tea. So these are some of our Swiss chard that didn't really stand too well. In vacation mode, kind of wilted. We have this plant that's under attack here. We can see all of the little things just hanging out on the leaves, and it's such a baby plant. But let's take off some of these leaves that didn't quite make it, and then we're going to take off what we're going to use to dry and make our tea. So we still have a lot of tea things going on. Tea plants. I think we might have to do our tea harvesting a little later and work on the health of our plants now. Let's take off some of our spinach. Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to work more on the health of these plants and take off the dry parts so that our plants could thrive. And we'll harvest more of our tea a little later. But we got some plants that are definitely under attack that have been here working through all this stuff.
Mom?
So yeah, so some of these plants, they have been fighting here because the animals just moved in. They were like, nobody's spraying, nobody's doing anything. It's party time. I'm gonna wipe off some of these leaves to get rid of some of this stuff. Here, you can see them coming off. So you can get the leaves a little wiped to help the neem oil. But yeah, they're in there. Or sometimes what you can do is just rinse them, dip the whole plant in water. I'm using neem oil first and seeing what we could do there. And then if they are not cleared up within, I'm going to give it 2 weeks. Should be done way before 2 weeks. But, if I don't see an improvement by next week or a lessening of our pests, then we are going to start dipping them in water. Right now, I'm just wiping them off, and I'm going to be using the spray to get through to them. We got a lot of peppers here. Let's get some spray. Where's the spray? Thank you. We have our team member was ready with the spray. We're just going to spray through So this is what happens sometimes. The plant is not thriving, and the animals are just taking over. And of course, it's less light. They have less things to stop them. So we are gonna give them a good spray on some of these plants. And then we're gonna go check and see what's happening outside. Now outside definitely needs harvesting. So let's check to see what's happening outside. Oh my goodness, she opened 50 million windows here. Check to see what's going on outside. Before we go outside, let's get our nursery together. But as you can see, we've been dealing with pests. We've been doing all types of stuff. So I'm gonna have to go wash my hands and wash my tools. Give me a minute.
What?
All right, so I'm gonna empty out our water because it's been way more than 5 minutes. I'm just gonna empty our water out in this container. So this is what we do with our nursery. She colored in our chairs. Oh no. Somebody please in the the comments below tell me how to get pen marks out of chairs. This is what our team member was doing. Oh, and she took the seeds. Are they in here? They're all gone. Where are they? I hope they're in the cup. They're not in the cup. Oh, well, all of our green mustard seeds are gone. So we won't be planting green mustard seeds. This, for now. We might have some other green mustard. Well, we have a green mustard plant outside that we can bring to seed. We'll get green mustard seeds from there. How about that? All right. She was here in here having a good time. All right. So let's. Oh, you don't have to dip them. You just shake them out. And then I'm going to be just adding the water back in here. And then they'll just sit here. And once they get dry, we repeat the process. Every few days they dry, we repeat the process. This one, same thing. Empty it out. Sometimes you can put food in there, sometimes not. We are not putting food on this first round, but the second round, sometimes I put a little bit of food in there. We're gonna leave it here and cover it. You can cover these as well for the humidity, but it's not that dry right now. All right, so these are our seeds. I'm gonna put these more in the center so you can't reach them. And let's head outside. Because outside we have some stuff going on there too. Let's head outside, and we also need, what do we need outside? Oh, I need slippers. Oh, we need a container to collect what we're getting. So let's get ourselves a container. Got a lot of stuff going on here. To put in our peppers, because I saw a lot of peppers growing outside. So let's get a little container here. We're gonna collect our peppers. It's too small. I don't know. I didn't pre-plan this part. Let's see. I want to use a glass one. Let's see if we have any larger plastic containers now. All of our plastic containers that are large are in use. All right. Let's, maybe this, we'll use this. All right. Let's get my slippers and head out to outside. So we did our indoor garden. Now we're gonna check in on what's been going on outside. All right, so we had the floor lifted a while ago, carpet lifted. We are going to be redoing in here for the holidays. This our ginger is growing very tall. Our lettuce is growing back, even though the last time it had it was eating. The animal ate them. We have quite a few peppers, spicy peppers. Go get your shoes. Go put on your shoes. There's quite a few peppers. So we have some peppers that grew. Doing pretty good here. Yeah, quite a few. These are hot peppers. We got quite a few green ones on there as well. Just like our hot peppers. Yes.
This.
Yes, those shoes. So we got a few hot peppers in here. The rest of them are green. I'm just gonna leave them on. We have our jalapenos, which have started. The plant had fainted in here because as you can see, our jalapeno the pot is inside of the sunroom, and then the top is here. Let's see, is there anything bothering our jalapeno? They seem to be in good health. Nothing seems to be eating or pestering them. We got a few leaves missing. We got our rosemary. It's doing pretty good. And then the peppers here, and they were. Don't touch it. Let go of it. Put your shoes on. All right, so let's go get some more peppers. Here. Put your foot down. You can put your shoes on inside and outside. There we go. She saw a feather. She didn't like that idea. We're going to be doing a little cleanup in here and doing some redecorating to this room. So we pulled up the rug. And we are going to be painting the floor. All right. So we got peppers, and we're going out here. We got some larger peppers growing out here. There's a much larger pepper on this tree. Our citrus, our sorrel plant is thick and doing well, and here's our sorrel starting to grow. You see them developing, so they'll definitely be ready for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna move them out of this section because they're taking up a lot of space. So let's get this pepper cut. Like, I can't get in there because they're in there, but I'm not gonna move them today. I'm gonna have a team member move them because that would be very heavy. We have some other sweet peppers down here. Some of our peppers fell into the container. It's okay that they fell. They will they'll just go in there and seed. This is our oranges. It's doing okay. We got some lettuce doing okay. We got a lot of peppers here. Do not mess up. This is our food. She's here putting a stick in there. Yeah, move this. Put it here. All right, so let's cut some of these peppers here. And looks like we're gonna have to make some sauce with this. So we got a lot of peppers here. They're solid. We're probably gonna be making sauce. Even though I like them whole, I just put them whole in things and get more of the flavor out when I cook them. Then the hotness. When you make sauce, you get a lot of hotness. When you put them in things, you cook them like this, whole, it's less spicy. But you get a lot of the flavor. You don't get any of the spice and all the flavor. So I like to put them here. So some peppers. I'm gonna leave these on. Our GreenStalk definitely is ready for a turnover. So our cucumbers have gone. Our stuff has shotted up. we are going to, yes, come back here. Let's see, make sure all these tomatoes, some stuff got them. So we'll leave them for whatever was eating them. Oh, this is a rather large pepper here. I didn't even see this. I don't know where it's growing from. All right, let's a big pepper hanging here. So let's give this one a snip. This is the whole size of my hand here. We got, it smells so great. Oh my goodness, it smells so nice. This is a good smelling pepper. And then we have all the basil that grew out here. Oh, we have some peppers that spoiled on the tree because they grew to term and then spoiled, which is sad, but it's okay. Our rice is growing good. We got cobwebs here. We're definitely going to be refreshing this. I think I'm going to need, because this video is so long already, I'm going to need another day to refresh to do this refreshing. What is this? Something keeps like blocking me. Uh-oh. We have our lemon balm out here too. We're just going to do some harvesting of some plants, some fruit here. We got a lot of jalapenos. However, let's see what how they're doing. These jalapenos. There they go. And we also have this arugula, which is growing very tall. And so we are definitely going to be refreshing this GreenStalk for the fall. We have our list of plants. We have some of our seedlings starting. So I'm moving out before our seedlings. These have already rotted a little, as you see when they've grown past the point. So this one hasn't. So we'll let this one come off. These haven't grown where they're exploding. These. This one is still growing. This one's not too bad. It's not soft. But yeah, some of these grew way past. Those are definitely stuff to make sauce with. These are turning yellow. So our lemon tree is doing very well. However, it is turning a little yellow. This is due to there being a lot of rain. It's been raining. It's just been raining. That's all I can say. It's been raining a lot. This is our lemon. This is our mandarin orange. They are thriving. The lemon one is thriving, but I can see that it is getting a little too much watering. This is what's causing the leaves to turn a little bit. Yes, you want to pick it up? No, not the whole bowl, not just the pepper. She's gonna bite it here. Oh, the whole bowl. So we got our helper here, picking up the whole. No, pick up the whole bowl. Here, carry it inside. Come, carry it. Bring it. We have our avocado plants. Now, these have grown so big. Oh, here it is. The avocado plant grew all the way out here. So it's no. Don't empty it out. Oh, she's emptying. We need this inside the house to eat. Food. Eat. All right, this is our mangoes. Our mangoes are doing well. A little bit of dry leaves. She's picking our orange. She's gonna make herself some tea, I guess. With the orange. Outside our sorrel is ready to go. I was thinking to put it in the ground. However, since it is starting to flower, I don't want to make any changes now. Let it flower. Oh, our avocado tree is doing really well. It has a lot of new leaves and new growth. Interesting enough, these plants are like something dug it up. Was digging in it.
Mom?
Yes. Oh, not time for bike. Something was digging in these plants. As you can see, this little digging. The avocado plant definitely had some digging done. We'll see what was doing there. We're gonna get these out of this section and let the sorrel grow from it. And then they are, after the season's done, I'm going to plant them in the ground because they are, I don't eat the soil. They are doing pretty good. And they are good for this weather. This looks like our plant bolted here. I forgot the word. Our sweets have bolted, but the potatoes that we planted, the potato seeds have seeded and are growing, regrowing green. So we have our green potatoes growing here. We have our onions starting to grow there as well. So we're gonna have to do a cleanup video. However,
Mom,
yes, Addie.
I want
Okay. However, we have been on here for over an hour. Look at our sorrel growing out of the plant. This looks great. Look at them. Oh, I'm so excited. So this is definitely be ready for Christmas. We're gonna let this plant grow. I'm gonna get it out of here because we have to do a cleanup on those two green stalks, and our whole path to them have been overgrown with these plants. So I'm gonna have our team member move the sorrel plants a little further out. Also, while we're out here, let's check on our, what do we check? Our tree here. Oh, we got a lot of shrubbery growing. Let's check on this one that had a snooty. Now it still has the snooty mold on it. However, it doesn't have, there's only one ant. So that's looking good. And I don't see too many of the scabies. See a few of them. So we're gonna try to see if we continue to give this plant some treatment to get it. I mean, well, the plant's doing good. It's the snooty mold on it. And I don't want this inside because this plant is one for my room, and so I don't want the ants in here. But oh, we got bees coming. So yes, so we still have a little bit of secretion going on there. And these are our plants. Our apple tree is getting a little tall. We're gonna go check. Oh no, it looks like something is bothering our. So, yeah, the plants are definitely bothering our pomegranate. We're gonna have to move our pomegranate out of that corner. Ow! Don't stick me. All right, so we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of videos to make. I'll keep you guys posted, and continue to subscribe, like, as we get our garden ready for the fall and continue with our harvests for our harvests. Continue our continuous harvest and get our plants ready for the next season. So this is our outdoor section of our garden. We do have that section over there too, but we didn't go that far today. We did a lot inside. So I'll let you know how our plants are going. Stay tuned. Definitely later this week, our soil will be coming in. And so our soil is going to give us some very good soil for our green stalk. So we're going to be refreshing the soil in there before I plant our fall plants. Our fall plants, the seedlings are growing inside. We're going to refresh the soil outside, and then we're going to have it growing and developing. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, so excited for the fall. Thank you very much for joining. It's been Angelina and the team. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to support us at Patreon. And for more information on some of the plants that we have growing our garden, visit our webpage at avgardening.com, and it's patreon.com/angelineverdon.com. Remember to stay green always, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye for now.
Bye.